stat from Alexa.com. So there are Google, Facebook, YouTube, Yahoo, those sites still above WordPress.com, but 12th most visited site in Malaysia is WordPress.com. And WordPress.com is a site that's running WordPress behind the back, and it's still one install of WordPress, which is, I'll talk about it later about WordPress MU, which is going to be merged to WordPress. And 79% of top million sites with a blog is using WordPress. So so many sites have blogs now, and the most popular software that they choose is actually WordPress. This is from builtwith.com stats. I'll post my slides later, so you don't have to write down the URL. So WordPress is almost 80%, and next one is movable type 7%, Blogger or Blogspot 5%, and other ones 9%. So top million sites, it doesn't include every site, it's just most of top traffic sites choose WordPress. So for professional bloggers or publications and news sites, those are the kind of people who are starting to use WordPress. And examples of sites that's powered by WordPress. TechCrunch, how many people read TechCrunch? Okay, so that's pretty popular here, I guess. And it's powered by WordPress. And I picked this example because it's a very high traffic site, and it makes a lot of changes during the day. I think they post, multiple blogs every day. They have so many comments. They change ads and sidebar all the time. And WordPress is able to adapt to it and to serve the traffic and adjust to the change. So TechCrunch is one of the example what WordPress can do. And WSJ, this is a magazine site for Wall Street Journal. So traditional publication magazines and newspaper, they're using WordPress also. This is called HMag, and it's an example of what's called hyperlocal magazine or website. Hyperlocal is not like CNN or say Wall Street Journal or any of those big media, but you are focused on one area and you just talk about really small local topics, and that's still same as big media. They still post a lot and with pictures and media and comments, and that's kind of a trend that WordPress is being used nowadays. Maybe it's in things like Harvard Gazette. So it's a kind of local topic. It's only in one university, things like that. WordPress can handle that too. And one go back, and SAP.info. This is a European company, European software company, one of the biggest one in Europe, and they have WordPress sites. WordPress sites in 8 languages. It's kind of hard to see here, but actually there are 8 flags at the top, and you can switch between different languages, and it's powered by WPML plugin. So if you're on one page, one single post page, you can switch into another language, and you can still see that same page translated. So it also shows how WordPress can be very versatile and handle multi-language sites like this. Traditionally, I think the companies, enterprises have been using huge CMS with lots of options, lots of functions, and big kind of bulky CMS. And nowadays, even like enterprise like SAP is turning to WordPress to handle their website. So let's talk about WordPress 3.0. This is, so what Matt said is, maybe this is going to come out by the time we watch that video. That unfortunately didn't happen. But it was scheduled for May, actually early May, and now it's toward the end of May. And I think they just rescheduled the launch date to June, mid-June, I think. So it's not coming yet, but you can always download the beta version. Right now it's WordPress 3.0 is beta 2, and I'll take a look at the beta version and talk about the new functionalities. And one of the biggest changes in WordPress 3.0 is WordPress MU merge. So I mentioned a little bit about WordPress MU. You can create a site network. So that was another version of WordPress, and now it's being merged to single installed version of WordPress. So WordPress MU, they'll also have a website, mu.wordpress.org. And if you go to the website in the About page, it says WordPress and WordPress MU share 99% of the same code base. So everything but 1% is the same as WordPress, but they were used as two different software. The reason is that, one of the reasons I think is that since when you talk about site network, it's something like actually WordPress.com, which has just so many users, not just 1, 2, 3 sites, but just something that can scale that huge. They thought it's not going to be needed for everybody, because when you install WordPress, maybe you install 1, 2, 3, 5. You know, how many people have 10 WordPress websites installed? 10, 20, 100? Anyone? Okay. So for something like that, WordPress.com wasn't meant to be used for maybe 10, 20 sites until now. But what happened was, so we now know there is what's called BuddyPress, which is a social network plugin set. And you can have users create their forums and blogs and things like that. So that was only available for WordPress MU. Now people started having trouble getting used to, kind of installing MU and separating WordPress and MU. So they decided to merge those two software into one, and it's not to discontinue what they were doing with WordPress MU. They just decided to put the effort together to create one software. So some of the functionalities, like I said, you can add user sites and blogs. WordPress can add users, but each user cannot add their own sites. But WordPress MU can let your users add their own sites. And as a super admin, who is you yourself, who installed WordPress multi-user version, you can administer all sites, which means you can go into any of the users' admin panel, and you can tweak your settings without logging out and logging into different sites. You can also share users and taxonomies. Sharing users. So if you're on WordPress.com, you can have one user can have multiple blogs. Like super admin, you don't have to log out and log into as new user. So that's very helpful if you have multiple blogs. And sharing taxonomies is something like a tags page on WordPress.com. You can have different blogs, separate blogs, share same taxonomy, which is like, this is tags page for loud topic, and you can pull everybody's post that's sharing the same taxonomy, which is in this case the tag. So that kind of help integrate different sites into one network. So if you have a network of bloggers with food blogs or talking about cars, things like that, having this feature